It's a grey, wet and cold day here in Wales, so I'm going to do a video, and we're looking at Minccino today, which in Japanese is known as Chirami. And the first Minccino card is not actually this one, which is the base set black and white card. The first card that actually ever came out was one I don't have, and it's the Japanese print of this card here by Atsuki Nishida. And in Japanese it was released in October of 2010, before black and white, in the beginning set for girls, which I think is a bizarre concept, that there was a beginning set for boys and a beginning set for girls, but only the girls got the Minccino. I can't find a mint copy of it anywhere. I will continue looking, though I've only found battered copies, and I don't want a battered copy. So we'll come back to that in a moment. So this is the Sui card from the black collection in Japanese. And Sui has a very soft, fluffy style of painting. I like it very much. It always looks like it's got a slightly yellowish light to it, though, which makes it look a little bit grubby. Well, that's not a nice word, but it is a very competent piece of painting. Beautiful card. The same card was actually re-released with different Sui art in the Shiny collection of February 2013, and this is one of these sparkly ones, and I think both artworks are equally as nice. And we got that in English in November of 2013 with this one from Legendary Treasures, which is also sparkly, but it's not going to show up on this dull day, but you can see if I get the light on it, that's all the little stars on the surface. So that is that. So we come back to this one, which is the Atsuki Nishida. As I say, I don't have the Japanese, but we did get it in English in Emerging Powers, and it is just a beautiful card. Beautiful, simple, turquoisey background of forest glade or something. Really very top tier card. The next card on the list I don't actually have. It is a Kagamaru Himeno Jumbo Mirrorfoil promo, Japanese exclusive, that was given out to participants in the Pokemon Card Beginners Battle Conference. And it's an expensive thing. I don't collect jumbo cards anyway, so there's no way I'm going to be buying that, I'm afraid. So that one is missing. I can't show you that one. The next card I will show you again. Some of these are tough to find. The Japanese print of this, it's by Atsuki Nishida again. The Japanese print, I cannot find a copy. It was given out in Japan in March of 2011 as a promotional card with Uniqlo clothing, and all the Uniqlo clothing promos are very hard to find, and they're usually in appallingly bad condition when you do find them, and I wouldn't want to buy a beat-up one. But in English, it was a very strange card. It came out in blister packs for Emerging Powers, and there are two different foil versions. There's a Cosmos, which is what we've got here, but there's also a Cracked Ice version, and I don't actually know any information as to why there are two different foils, or whether they came out in different products or different regions. But the Cracked Ice one seems much harder to find, and I haven't yet found a copy in good condition that I want to spend the money on. The next card. Now this one's an interesting card. This is came out in Psycho Drive of September 2011, and this is by Tomohiro Kitakaze, and it's the only card they've ever done for the Pokemon Trading Card Game, but they are actually very important in Pokemon in that they are a character designer and game designer behind the scenes. So some of their creations that they have been responsible for are the Charcadet Armor Rouge line in the recent generation, and they also did Mega Mewtwo Y? Yeah, I think so. But they are one of the people who designed Pokemon. But this is the only card that he ever did, and it's really, really good. Love the shape of the mouth actually on this, very, very good. I don't know what's going on in the card, but I like it very much. So that's Tomohiro Kitakaze. So that was Psycho Drive, September 11, and Next Destinies of February 12. The next one I have to show you is Midori Harada from EX Battle Boost in July of 13. I don't have the reverse foil of this. The Battle Boost mirror foils are very expensive, and actually this has damage on it. So I need a better copy of this. It's not an artwork I absolutely adore, but I'm not a Harada fan. But this is a decent card. It's cute, and the English one came out in November of 2013 in Legendary Treasures again. So that's that one. The next one I will show you is by Kagamaru Himeno, and this came out in Japanese in the Garchomp half deck of March 2012. I love this artwork. The fisheye lens with the columns in the background. Looks a bit panicked, but that's a very nice card. And the English came out in Dragons Exalted of August 2012, with obviously a reverse as well. Very top card. There we are. This is a strange bit of art. This is Kirisaki. Kirisaki did the Awakening Psychic King March 2016 and Fates Collide of May 2016. And what the heck is the story behind this? So it's an urban street view, and Minccino is cleaning tarnished spoons and putting them out on a cloth, and is very excited about this. I don't know what the story is behind that. It's very well painted, and it's got a story, but what is that story? I don't know. Maybe it's from a movie or something that I'm just not aware of the story behind that. The 10th card is Mizui, and there's another one I'm missing in this because I don't have the English reverse for some reason. I've only got the English regular. I will have to track it down, the reverse. Can't be that expensive. And this is Mizui from the Mega Ordino Mega Battle deck of March 2016 and Fates Collide of May 2016. And it's Mizui, there's bubbles, there's pastely colours, there's joyfulness. Very, very cute. The next one, there was a big gap, I think, after that, wasn't there? No, this was Kodama from Awakened Heroes of September 2017 and Crimson Invasion of November 2017. I really do like Kodama's art a lot, but this card, the eyes aren't... looks a bit like it's on catnip or something, but it's nice art. But it's not in my top 5 or so. But it's a nice art. The next card, oh lovely, Sekio. I'm a big fan of Sekio. This one came out in Sword of December 19. And in English, the English one came out in Sword and Shield of February 20, not that one, February 2020, just as the pandemic was starting. And then it was reprinted in Japanese in Shiny Star V at the end of 2020, with a reverse with these sort of weird hoopy effect things that go on. But that's a beautiful piece of Sekio art, so gentle, really lovely. I love Sekio. The next one is the shiny version of that, which was done by Mahu, and this came out in Shiny Star V of November 2020 and Shining Fates of February 21, and it's a textured card and it's shiny and it's got a slight pinky quality to it, of course, being a shiny Minccino. The Japanese one is leagues better. Actually, that's in a frosted sleeve, isn't it? So we're not being fair, but still, the Japanese one much better. Moving on, we have Soso, and Soso did this little card in the V-Starter set Fire of November 2019. Very Soso, very cute. That sort of pale aura that they do around the outside of the dark lines is very typical of their art. Yeah, so this came out in the Sword and Shield base set of February 2020. Very, very nice card. The next one is Mina Nakai from Starbirth of January 2022. And it came out in... there is another version I don't have, which is for Japanese, that came out a bit later, in November of 23. It was in a Venusaur Charizard Blastoise Special Deck Set EX, and it was in the Blastoise deck, and I don't know it. It might be a mirror foil. Not sure. Some of those deck cards are mirror foil, but I haven't got that one. But we got an English one in Brilliant Stars of February 22. And I don't particularly like this. It's very graphic. Yeah, reminds me a little bit of the old Porygon 2 from Neo Discovery, in that the chalkboard and the background, same sort of setup of how it's drawn, but very different card. Very, very different card. And that brings us up to some of the more recent ones. So we've got Yokomori, the amazing Yokomori, doing their little clay sculpture from Wild Force in January of 24. It's yet to come out in English. I think it's coming out next month, maybe. Brilliant. And then there was the art rare, or whatever they call them, by Shibuzo, that came out with obviously a matching Minccino. Total chaos going on in the card. I'm not a Shibuzo fan, but they're very nice as a pair. Interesting. Yeah, very different. And the final card I will be showing you is actually my favourite of all the artworks, because it's Kanako-Eo, and Kanako-Eo is flawless. In Japanese, this came out in the Reshiram EX Battle Strength deck of October 2011, and also in the Zekrom. They're identical except for the little symbols down there. Reshiram, Zekrom. And that's Kanako-Eo. And then in English, we've actually had 3 lots of this, because it's in Dark Explorers, in the regular and reverse, but there's also one I don't have, which is the Professor Program of 2012-13, with the Professor Program stamp on it, and it's crosshatch, that scratch foil that they did back then. It's too expensive at the moment. It's about 25 quid to buy it, and I will maybe get it at some point. But I have to say, this is the best. I just love their art. It's so confident. It's the black outlines, cute, large eyes, cartoony. It's so positive, their artwork. Kanako-Eo, she is just one of the greatest. It's a shame she doesn't do any illustrations anymore for Pokemon. We really do need this in the hobby. So that is my favourite card. As I say, there are about 4 or 5 cards I don't have. Or 4 or 5 prints I don't have. I have all the art except for that jumbo one. By Himeno. There we are. That is my rainy day Minccino collection.